Good evening, and welcome to the annual National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony at the Highland Falls Intermediate School. I'm Mr. McAuliffe, and I'm the proud principal at HFIS. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the faculty for successfully completing their candidacy and to induct them as new members of our NJHS chapter. Although we are not able to gather together in person, we are excited and so very proud to be able to host this amazing ceremony and, most importantly, honor all of these hardworking students. It is my pleasure to officially welcome the 2021 National Junior Honor Society inductees and their families.
Welcome, everyone. I would like to ask everyone to stand as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now it is our pleasure to introduce the National Junior Honor Society President, Aspasia Fatsis.
Hello, my name is Aspasia Fatsis. Welcome to the National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony at Highland Falls Intermediate School. I would like to recognize distinguished guests, including Dr. Sheboy, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Teodor, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum, Instruction, and Technology, members of our Board of Education, Mr. Michael Duff, Principal of Highland Falls Intermediate School, Mrs. Maldonado, Assistant Principal, Ms. Debbie Brand, Principal at O'Neill High School, members of the Faculty Council, and teachers.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce this year's keynote speaker, Ms. Debbie Brand. Ms. Debbie Brand has been an educator for more than 24 years and the principal of James I. O'Neill High School for over 11 years. Before becoming a principal, she served as a dedicated English teacher, girls varsity basketball coach, and club advisor in New Hampshire, Louisiana, New Jersey, and New York. In addition, Ms. Brand also has filled diverse roles as an administrator. Before her time at O'Neill, she worked as an English department chair in Clarkstown, an instructional leader of humanities in Middletown, and as an assistant principal in Yorktown. As principal at O'Neill, Ms. Brand has led many initiatives, including but not limited to creating writing centers, chairing professional development committees, acting as Middle States coordinator, overseeing curriculum development, instituting an academic eligibility policy, and coordinating community outreach programs. Her outstanding contributions to our school community are what make our high school an inspiring place to learn and work. And now it is with great pleasure that I welcome Ms. Debbie Brand.
Good evening, teachers, administrators, parents, and of course, the inductees of this year's National Junior Honor Society. I'm honored to be speaking to you today. As I consider the characteristics of students inducted into this prestigious society, I came to an important question. What defines a good day? Before COVID, this was an easier question to answer. Why? Because so many of our experiences are defined by what we do with other people. As students, you hone your thinking through others. You act as a leader for others. You show kindness to others, and you display character based on the way you are challenged by the situations and people around you. You've had some of those experiences taken away from you in the last 13 months. You've shown a willingness to continue growing, though, particularly on the academic front. The pillars of NJHS encompass 4 areas for a reason. The ideas of character, service, and leadership are as essential, if not more so, as the qualities of scholarship. Of course, we all want you to be good students. As you enter high school, though, what that means will be largely up to you. While you can be someone who is just determined to get good grades, that won't be what distinguishes you from others. High school is a time of exploration and development. You enter it as a middle school student and leave it as an adult ready to go to college or enter the world. The growth that has to happen not only takes hard work, it requires an attitude shift. High school is a time to embrace learning. It's the time to discover and pursue new interests and passions. And it's also the time to learn how to be the best person you can be. What exactly does that mean? Do you have it in you to be someone who makes a mark on the world? Right now, you may be questioning how much of an impact you can really have. That's a question that follows us all through life. Recently, I read a novel titled The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. It has a very sad premise. The novel begins with the story of a woman who is so filled with regret and sadness over what her life has become that she decides to end it. Instead of dying, however, she goes to a kind of purgatory where she arrives at a library that holds every story of how her life would have turned out if she made different choices. As she begins to read them, she actually gets to live that life to see how that version of herself turns out. Sometimes the life is good, and sometimes not. With every story she lives, she learns a little more about what it means to be really alive. She finds the process frustrating. Luckily, she has a guide to help her, Mrs. Elm, her high school librarian, and one of the cherished people who helped her through hard times. At one point, Mrs. Elm gives her some valuable advice. She tells her, quote, "And even if you were a pawn, maybe we all are, then you should remember that a pawn is the most magical piece of all. It might look small and ordinary, but it isn't, because a pawn is never just a pawn. A pawn is a queen in waiting. All you need to do is find a way to keep moving forward, one square after another, and you can get to the other side and unlock all kinds of power." One part of this quote struck me right away. Pawn is just a queen in waiting. For those of you who may not know the rules of chess, when a pawn reaches the end line of an opponent, it can be transformed into any piece you want it to be, even the all-powerful queen. In the game, that's called a promotion. How magical that we too are just like these pieces, waiting for our chance to be promoted. The point of this novel is that we don't have to wait. We have to choose. We are all pawns until we decide not to be. Becoming a queen, a knight, a rook, or a bishop is just a few steps away. But it's a step we must take, each in our own time. Remember that as you embark on a new journey that may make you feel small at first, soon, if you keep moving forward, you are bound to do incredible things. You have intelligence. You wouldn't be here if you didn't show that aptitude to your teachers. But intelligence only gets you so far in life. How you use that intelligence to make the world around you a better place will be what defines you as a person in high school and beyond. Coming out of the pandemic, you'll be given new opportunities to get involved with others, whether that's volunteering to help out with a cause that's important to you, or by leading others through clubs, sports, Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, or even in a classroom activity. You will have the chance to put your most important skills to the test. Take advantage of these opportunities as they come your way. They will be both how you build your character and you reveal it. Someone can get good grades if they decide to cheat. They can decide to help others just to have an activity to put on a resume. They can choose to abuse their power as a leader. But good character means you will do the right thing even when no one is watching. Good character is taking the steps needed in order to transform from a pawn to a queen. That is what makes a National Honor Society student stand out from all the rest. So enjoy this moment and all you've accomplished. But remember that this is just a starting point. You will have the next 4 years to continue to blossom and grow as a person. You will have the chance to earn your promotion. I hope that you will all become the best version of yourselves in the years to come. Thank you and congratulations.
Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a certified mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherited in scholarship. Now I'd like to introduce Seth Armstrong to talk about service.
Service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities to rise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. I would like to introduce Quinn Manning to talk about leadership.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate, no matter what power and resources may exist in a country. They are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead a substantive charge in each of our members, I would like to introduce Bailey Nobles to talk about citizenship.
Citizenship is the obligation each member of our society faces to live up to the democratic ideals given to us by the founders of our nation. The responsibilities each of us has to our community, our state, and our nation are many. As good citizens, we are bound to live up to the laws and guidelines which unite us as civilized society. Good citizens work together to improve not only our lives, but all the lives of our fellow citizens. Good citizenship requires that we remain strong, vigilant in protecting the freedoms and rights that we have been granted to us, and in preventing injustice from entering our lives. The members of HFIS chapter are called to live up to the high standards of citizenship from this day forward, and I would now like to introduce Isabella DiSpirito to talk about character.
Character. Character is a force within each individual that distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without no one can respect oneself, nor hope to obtain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is problem of self-control. We must be what we wish to appear to others by demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship. We may hope to prove by examples that we value character. And now it is time to announce our new members. Ms. Salazar will begin with our 6th grade inductees.
Hello, my name is Ms. Rogers, and today I will be presenting for Mrs. Salazar. I am excited to announce the 6th grade inductees into the National Junior Honor Society. First up, we have Jacob Bioni. Next, Madeline Clark. Hadley Crislip. Georgios Fassis. Micheline Flynn. Autumn Galoo. Jason Lewis. Anthony Laura. Bella Montalisi. Yasmin Morocho. Judah Murchison. Chastelin Pacho. Joseph Padula. Cooper Rose. Anna Weary, and Braden Woodbray. We are all so proud of you, sixth graders. Congratulations from the sixth grade team. We're excited to see what you will continue to do this year and for the rest of your career at HFIS. Again, congratulations.
Madeline Bourne, Samuel Bourne, Camilla Kaye, Elizabeth Corbin, Julianne Gayu, Madison Hurst, Madeline Isaacson, Abigail Cray, Sean Larkins, Kayla Mulholland, Grace O'Connell, Ava Rivera, Ethan Rodger, Dominic Vanzetta. And now, Nadia De Laurentiis, our 8th grade ELA teacher, will read the names of our 8th grade inductees.
Fiona Sue Brand, Catherine Dorsch, Ryan Flynn, Ava Lopez, Joshua Lusato, Carla Mejia, Colin Monahan,
Inductees, please stand. Place your right hand over your heart and read the pledge with me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the National Junior Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, citizenship, and character. You may be seated.
Thank you and congratulations to the new members of the National Junior Honor Society of HFIS. We are excited to have you as new members and look forward to many positive experiences together. I'd like to also take a moment to thank Mr. McElduff, Mrs. Maldonado, Mrs. Papa, Mr. Klein, Ms. Nichols, Ms. Courtney Quinn, and Mrs. Magyar for their generous support throughout this entire process and for their assistance in the creation of tonight's presentation. Thank you also to our faculty council members, Mr. Kirschner, Ms. Quinn, Ms. Rogers, Ms. Salazar, and Mrs. Taylor for their careful consideration of our candidates during the decision process. And finally, thank you, parents and students, for your dedication, encouragement, and willingness to be a part of the NJHS family.